Greetings, goddamn. Appreciate y'all, man, and welcome to the Ask Nathaniel Experience. It's late. If you're live, it's late. If it's morning, it's morning, right? And what a beautiful day, Jesus Christ. I'd like to start by saying thank you for everybody supporting the movement. It has been extremely wonderful. It feels great to be back. You know, for those of you that know me from years ago, but for those of you just learning who I am, oh boy, it's going to be a great job. The journey is going to be crazy. And I've been having some software issues, so please be patient. But, you know, live from New York City. Oh, wow, I guess it's working again. Okay, the software is working. That's great news. So salute to everybody, man. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Like I said, I really, really appreciate the men and women that support such a great movement. I think you guys are going to just enjoy just a clear mode of understanding. I was supposed to have been here. I was supposed to have been here earlier, but I had to keep postponing the show, and, you know, promises. You got to do it. You know, one thing I learned, when you make a promise, the most important person to make that promise to is yourself. You know, for real, like, you got to make the promise to yourself, because when you lie to yourself, it's the worst. The worst person you could lie to is yourself. That's why it's always important to know that if you're going to do something, promise yourself. Good God. Lord have mercy. Okay, I didn't want to. I had to bring the Christopher Williams in there. Goddamn. Promises we all need. Goddamn. Salute to Christopher Williams, man. Goddamn. Lord mercy. It's scary what happens to people, right? That's why it's important. I ain't gonna share all my methods, but you know, you have to make sure. You have to make sure you support music. Don't just get with the time. Get with music. It's important.
Love before and it let me down. Now I'm all grown up.
Wow, this is a beautiful song. This was a beautiful song. I don't want to get in the vibe right now. It is Thursday and it's going into Friday, so well, I want to listen to that on the way home. But I just gotta come here, man, and please forgive me for starting this so late. But I want to get straight to something, and I got to get straight to this because this is very important. I want to clarify for those of you that listen to my show about the imagine. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Goddamn, sorry. You know what's funny? I'm literally, part of me, that was a little power outage situation. I deeply apologize for that. I'm gonna edit it out though anyway. But I didn't realize my shit wasn't charged and I had to put the damn plug back in. Anyway, I'm looking at the camera and I had this piece of, so here in New York City, we have to do recyclables, right? Shout out to Super. And I had to do a recyclable. And I had this toy from my back, like a box. I'm like, oh, I should put it out there, but I had it in my car. And I was like, well, maybe I should just put it there. If they don't take it out. Listen, that's why it's just important, man, to listen to your gut. Your gut is important. Your gut is everything. And, you know, once again, I'll catch them on the way and just ask if I can throw it in there. But anyway, moving along, I want to share something with you. And I want to break this down because the other day, we did this thing about the emasculated male. Now, we're going to be doing a lot of that. You know, there's going to be a lot of how do you guys say content? We're going to be doing a lot of monologues, a lot of things about so you could have a better understanding, so you can expect more but less. You know what that means? Like, in other words, you could expect more because you understand, but you could expect less because you understand. And I want to get straight into this because this is something that I mentioned. The other day, I put Shaq in this, and it was a situation that I spoke about with Shaq that he said, never open up to a woman. And I was getting on him like, yeah, Shaq, you know, big old baby, cry baby, you know, probably can't keep a woman. You know, that was a little wrong, right? Right. But I will say, I'm taking that part back. I meant Shaq can't keep woman. I didn't mean that I disagreed with what he said about you should never open up to a woman. Oh, it's off. Hold on. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Marcel. Don't, I'm gonna cut it out anyway. I'm gonna cut it out completely because this shit is definitely bugging. Thank you, Marcel. The computer went off because I didn't have it plugged in. What's whatever. Well, you got to keep going, right? You can't give up. So thank you very much for telling me that. Can you hear me now? Make sure you can hear me. I'm looking at my bars here, but just make sure, let me know that you can hear me. Okay, so to start all over, if you're just coming back, I got to start it from this part of 8:55. So when this goes in the post, I'll put it back. What happened was there was a thing that I did the other day in reference to the emasculated male, the black male. And there was a lot of information that I was able to say. I didn't even get to really finish that. I kind of, I was so distracted. I think I could have went in harder. And a lot of people was like, you know, you went in hard enough. But I wanted you to understand that as a woman, you're going to understand because you're going to expect more. You're going to get more, but you expect less. In other words, you're not going to have too much high expectations after you hear this layout. You're really not. And this is a good thing because, you know, I pulled Shaq down the other day and I made a joke about Shaq, you know, making this comment about a man should never open up to a woman. And then I made a little, you know, joke about he can't keep nobody. But I didn't really get into it because I wanted to let you know. Let me please reiterate myself. Let me correct myself. Shaq is a monster, all the above. He's a millionaire, billionaire, all the above. But this is the thing. Shaq did make a comment that I want to lay out so women would really understand it, man. And men are going to agree because you'll be able to get a clear, you know, layout of exactly what that means. Okay. A man I never went this quick into a video. It's just that it's late and I have to get in. I'm having a little problems here. As you can see, I didn't have the computer plugged in and the shit cucked out on me. And then my son had to let me know that, my microphone wasn't on. And if that would have been a hell. Anytime you guys hear that my audio is off and it's not like this, you have to notify me because I would throw the whole video in the garbage. I can't stand a bad video with bad audio. It drives me insane. So anyway, what Shaq was saying, his layout was you never open up to a woman because she'll throw it in your face. Okay. I didn't like the way he put it, but I'm going to break it down for you so you can understand. Okay. And this is like, I'm going to try to do my best that I can because I have a little bit of time, so I'm going to try to do the best that I can. A man should never open up to a woman unless it's his mama. He should never open up. He could express, he could be this, he can be that, he can have good conversation. Opening up is the worst thing a man could do to a woman. Now, I'm going to tell you why. This is not a pushback on women. This is what the deal is. Men can't open up to a woman because she's a woman. I don't care if it's his girlfriend. I don't care if it's his therapist. I don't care, his doctor. What ends up happening is this. A man could only open up to another man because a man understands a man. Now, you may say, well, Nate, women understand women. Yeah, but the reality is that you guys know when you open up to each other, you throw the shit in each other's face as well. That is one factor, and that is true. And I could say that even as much as I wanted to give Shaq some little pushback on it, he was absolutely correct about that. And this is why. When men open up to each other, and we're giving it straight, and I'm talking to the deepest level possible, a man is able to understand a man. If that man throws it in his face, what do we call the man? If a man rats on him, or we already said rat, but if a man throws it in his face, what do we call that man? What's the first thing we call him? A bitch. Like, no, a bitch. Oh, you a bitch. Respectfully, no disrespect, ladies. We call him a bitch because girls do that. And girls do it to each other. You understand? So, look, even she said, unfortunately, I have to agree, woman would throw it in your face. A woman would throw it in your face. So the reason why a woman would throw it in their face, a woman's nature is a lot different than a man. Now, as you can see, the whole situation that happened with, Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion, right? Meg didn't technically tell Nicki a song was about her. Nicki took it that way. And boy, she threw her whole life in front of her face. It was so bad that Nicki's Barbs, aka her fans, were going to go to the cemetery, her mother's cemetery, and drag and fuck the cemetery up where her mother was laid to rest. It was so bad that Nicki took every personal thing she can think of and just exploded it to the world. Well, see, when I tell you that there's a change now going on with men, right? Not real men, right? So the men, they're starting to gossip now. They're starting to share more information. And it's called girly, right? So, you see all this stuff going on. Like, I don't like Shannon Sharp personally at all. I just think he's a big queen, and he's a gossip queen. So on top of the fact, I don't promote a gossiping man. You understand? I think gossiping is more of a woman thing, like women, you know what I mean? And it's respect. It is what it is. But the thing is that this is not a hard topic. This is something simple I want you to get. Even as a man, I know when that low vibrational man is low vibrational, why he is quicker than you will. I know why he's high vibrational. I know if the nigga is a motherfucking sick bastard. I know if he raped. I know if the nigga's moody. Whatever mood you see in your husband or your man, I'm going to tell you something about him and you're going to disagree because you're a woman. Case in point, let's just say you married to your husband and he's just a miserable fuck. And I'm like, he's probably miserable because he needs some new pussy. You're not going to receive that well, nor can he tell you that. He can't tell you, I need some new pussy, because you're going to judge him. You're probably going to divorce him just for the thought, just for the action. No matter how much you tell him to express his honesty, he could only be so honest. He can't open up to you because it's two different entities. Now, another man, he can open up. We get it. A man could still love his wife and go fuck around and get some new pussy. You're going to beg to differ because you're supposed to, because you're a woman. I don't care how many brothers you have. I don't care how many fathers you have. I don't care how much you hang out with the guys and you're one of the boys. Listen, every single solitary female friendship I've ever had in my life that went left, every single solitary ex-girlfriend that in my life that went left was because I opened up. You know how men sit and pillow talk to a woman and next thing you know, the feds bust the door down and then the woman. That's why when men get arrested, if you ever watch the first 48, you got the woman that's going to tell, because that's just your nature, right? They're going to get her scared or whatever. She's not going to do no 30 years for nobody. And then we got the guy that's scared and he's going to rat. See the difference? Like, we accept that the woman's going to break down. She's a woman. But a man is just like, come on, like, you're not supposed to do that. You know better. You did the crime with me, you know what it is. So what it is that with a man, when I did that layout the other day of the emasculated man, and I know his moods, I know his struggles, he can't tell you none of that. That's why I said, did he tell you that? He can't tell you that. He doesn't have to tell me. I already know. All you got to do is tell me his age. Tell me his age. Tell me how he's living. That's it. Not where he's living, how he's living. See, you still believe that the guy that has a wife and kids and he's happy, that's the guy you want, right? As a man, we're like, I don't know why the fuck you want him. He's not going to leave his wife, right? But a man, you may see the other guy that may live with his grandmother. You may say, I don't want him. He ain't got his own place. And as a man, we're going to be like, I don't give a fuck what situation it is. Your better bet is to go get him. You understand? You could build. You can't do shit with the married motherfucker. And that's more extreme because not every woman dates a married man. The reality is that men that open up to women are very dangerous. You got a married man that open up to their wives and probably said too much. Now, your wife, it's kind of a toss-up. If you got a wife that's a ride or die, that's different. But if you got a wife that you just married to because you love her and she don't love you, you're fucked. You got to watch that. Your mother, if your mother's here, your mother will love, she don't give a fuck what you do. A mother will never disown her son for the most part. You know what I'm saying? A man could be gay, it could be a rapist. She's gonna still be there at that murder trial standing by her son. Father's quick to disconnect. But the father's love in a more extreme. A father's love and a woman's love is different. The man's, he's going to be perplexed if his son does something crazy because as a man, he's like, I don't even understand how the fuck you did it. The mother's not going to even give any judgment. She's just going to ride or die. You understand? So y'all can shoot questions on this because this could get a little, intricate. Silas said, hey, Silas said, hey, Nate, if a man truly cares about you, is it okay if he lives with his parents though? See, that's another thing. And I need to do a separate topic on that. Black women, get off of that parent shit. It means, listen, there's two types of men. The nigga's either going to be a bum ass nigga or you're going to be a man. If a nigga's a bum ass nigga that's living with his parents, you got to know the difference between a man that just takes care of business. And that's just it. Like, you got to look at, that's why I said it's not where he living, it's how he living. You understand? Because you got to think about it. A man that lives with his parents, I mean, there's so many different levels of that. Like, that's a slate that you can build from. You can't build a real good slate with a nigga with multiple children. You can't build a slate from a motherfucker that don't know where he going. If a nigga lives with his parents and that motherfucker is making some good money and they making money together and they building, I mean, what do you think the parents are going to do when they pass away? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, nothing's forever. And I don't necessarily, that parents could outlive him. But it's just irrelevant. If the nigga's a bum with his parents, he's going to be a bum without his parents. He's going to be a bum man. A bum nigga is a bum nigga. It's just a piece of fucking garbage, regardless whatever way you look at it. Do you understand? So to answer your question, because I've always felt that he will not move in with me. Well, this is another problem, right? If a man, let me tell you something, how a man with his parents is. There's a lot of women out here that'll move into that situation and make it work well. Because if a man sees that a woman is in with his parents, you got him forever. That's it. You can't move a man away to think you're trying to make him a man. And if he was a man with his parents, he's going to be a man without his parents. He's a man. Regardless of how he feels and loves them, he's still a man. So the key is with a man that lives with his parents, you have to get close to the parents. Because at the end of the day, you're leaving all that open. Because once a woman is cool with them and they meet that woman like, yo, I got a perfect son for you. I mean, my son, I would love you to meet him. You're finished. You have no chance. See, the thing is this. If you're trying to move a bum ass nigga from his parents, that's never going to work. Because now he ain't trying to leave because he ain't going to be able to contribute for you. That, you shouldn't be around him anyway. But if you got a motherfucker that knows that, God forbid, his parents leave, and you guys got the house, you got everything in that part, whatever he lives in, you got to think logical. Because the average black man is fucking a piece of garbage. Just generally. As a man, I know this more than you do. Right? So anything that you could get good, that you could build on, you don't want to get approved from the sisters, from his pet dog, from his coworkers. That shit it's the parents. The parents approve you because they know you're authentic. That shit will go with him for the rest of his life. Fuck cooking for the nigga and getting into, cook for the whole family. That's how you gotta think of it. If you grown, y'all want to fuck, go to a vacation, go to a hotel, go to your house. Fuck. I mean, you can do whatever you gotta do, but play the position and just be cool. Because it's too much see, the thing is, y'all look at value different than men know. We know each other. If a man has a daughter, he knows what I'm talking about. He could never talk to his daughter the way I talk to you guys, but he knows the average black male is a piece of fucking dog shit. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck if he's rich or poor. He know he's garbage. So anybody, if a father or a mother feels the person that you're with and they have any mode of liking them, that is a damn eternal sign. But women look past that shit because they're so busy looking at the single guy that got the 3-bedroom house, or they trying to look at the guy that's married and wish that they get somebody like, yo, don't pay that shit no mind, because why is that nigga single if he got all that? Something ain't right. That's how I would look at it, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of the fact that the nigga's married, he's worthless. What the fuck you gonna do with that? That's like wearing a used shoe. That's like wearing somebody else's fucking shoe and you could afford to buy shoes. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So men know men, and we know quality. A nigga know an official nigga, and we know a bum ass nigga. And it's just, and y'all, for some strange reason, the fact that you guys have a different goal with us. You want to open up. You want us to be a world. You want to be the world. You share things that, you know, we're not going to throw in your face. For the most part, we're less likely to throw that in your face because as men, we know that we're not supposed to do that. It's just as a real man is just not going to throw shit up in your face, especially when he knows that you shared valuable things. Now that little fucking low vibrational shithole, he's gonna do it. Yeah, bitch, that's why your mother's dead or whatever. That's how Nikki did. That's called low vibrational. And he's a bitch because only bitch niggas do that. But only a man is gonna connect with another male. A man knows a man because the things that he could open up with him, he can't open up with you. He would never open up with you. He can't. And the niggas that do, come on. I've had dudes that literally went and told he cheated 10 times and aired out his homeboy that did it. You can't tell a woman that. You can't volunteer that information. You're just better off just going to God, praying, and you messed up. Now, a woman may beg to differ, like, well, he shouldn't be honest. No, he can't be that honest because it's pointless. He has to be honest with me to say, yo, bro, just stop doing it. Did you get anybody pregnant? And if he did, I'm going to say, you got to tell her. That you got to tell. But he can't just, a man can't go to you without going to another man. He needs another man to tell him. That's why you see all these guys looking for fathers on YouTube, because they're trying to learn game and trying to learn how to meet a woman. Like, they can't open up to a woman that he went to a fucking YouTuber to meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain things that we are supposed to open up to. So by the time he gets to you, he got his shit in order. He knows what it is. His shit is in order to the point where, case in point, let's just say a lot of guys pillow talk and they tell a woman too much of things, and then God forbid that fucking marriage goes left. Guess what? She's gonna throw it in his face. It's in her nature. And I'm not going to blame her. I'm going to be like, nigga, why would you tell her that? I've had homegirls that told me, her man told me, and I'm cool with they niggas. Like, yeah, so-and-so told me, Nate, he told me he threw, I had a girl tell me so-and-so threw you under the bus and told me shit that I shouldn't even have known. You're not supposed to do that. Now, again, you should not do it. Not saying that you do, but look at the weakest guy. If a guy is an impact male, his woman wears the shoes, he's going to tell her everything. He's going to give her his phone. He don't care. Hey, you can hold the phone. You can have the passcode. He's going to give her everything because that's just what you call an impact. He's weak. A real man ain't going for that shit. Giving his girl the phone, she could look through it, and he reports every fucking thing that they're not going for that. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. There's certain things that a woman, you're supposed to let a woman know, and there's certain shit you should be over. Now, God forbid a man got an STD and he's about to fuck you, he needs to tell you that. That's something that he needs to tell. Y'all need to concentrate on more of the important shit. Not a person open up, because when a man opens up to a woman looks at that like meeting the parents. It's almost like the same thing. Like, wow, he opened up to me. And there's no benefit in a man opening up to a woman. The benefit is better for him to open up to a man to prepare him to be all that he can be by the time he gets to you. He could be everything else. He could share love, great conversation. Y'all get along, great sense of humor. You enjoy being around each other. Opening up is an entire different level. He cannot afford to do that. And as a woman, you know that, because you are apprehensive of telling anybody, because as a woman, you know women throw shit up in your face. You know it. That's just what they do. You get comfortable, you share some things, and God forbid y'all get in a debate or an argument, they throw it all in your fucking face. That's why this, that's why that. I see little girls doing that shit 10 years old. They're relentless with it. So as a man, he said most men, hold on. He said most men have enough honor not to throw stuff in your face because they know it's bitchy. That's feminine. You know, picture with a nigga, yeah, that's why you're so-and-so. That's why this happened in your house. That's why. That's a bitch. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to do it, but ain't no real man going to do that. No real man going to be like, oh, word, fam? All the shit that we, you know, a word? Yeah, okay, all right. And he gonna give it the benefit of the doubt to fucking, I'm gonna let you think about that, bro. You know what you did, that's fucked up. That's what a real nigga gonna do. That pussy nigga gonna fucking air him out, whistle, blow, all that. He's gonna do a Cat Williams on his ass. That's dangerous. So now that we living in this damn gossip fucking damn culture, now it's accepted. Everybody's just telling it all. So it's not a masculine thing for a man to do. Now, again, a woman may think, wow, you know, my man should be able to open up and talk to me about everything. That's not true. He should not. Now, if you feel that you're not everything, that may be your, see what goes for you don't have to necessarily go to him. You opening up to a man, you're going to feel a mode of disrespect and, you know, wow, I'm hurt. Disloyalty when he cheats on you. Why? Because you're going to think he doesn't love you. Automatically. He doesn't love me. He doesn't respect me. All the above. And I'm going to say, what did he do? He cheated on me with another woman. I don't even know your man. I'm going to be like, that don't got nothing to do with shit. And you may get mad at me when I tell you that. You may tell me, well, how could you be on his side? I'm like, I'm not on his side. I just said it don't got nothing to do with love. Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? It has nothing to do with love if a man cheats on you. Only a man knows that. You don't know that. Because when you cheat, it's because you don't love a nigga. We could fucking cheat on our wife the first day we marry her and think nothing of it. We have bachelor parties, for Christ's sake. What do you think happens in bachelor parties? Fucking and sucking. We getting our dick sucked. It's the last night we're supposed to be single, but I'm still in a relationship with you. I'm engaged to you. I'm marrying you tomorrow. What you think's happening at that bachelor party? Real bachelor party. Now niggas be bringing their wives to bachelor parties. What's the point of that? There's just certain things that's made for a man to do. A man could only open up to a man. That's why when I did that, look, take a look. Look at my previous video to this, my previous podcast, and look at the title. Look at what I went in on there. There's not one man that popped up on there and made a negative comment. He won't do that because he's going to incriminate himself unless he's a troll. Not one fucking troll on the show. Because I was telling you what an emasculated male is. So if a person commented on there, he's listening, but he's not going to comment. And a lot of dudes have actually seen themselves in the mirror. See, when you see a man come home moody and he's pissed off and he tell you that he had a hard day at work, I'm going to say, how long y'all been together? You gonna tell me, what does that have to do with that? I said, you already starting off wrong. It has everything to do with it. How long have you been with him? 16 years. I rest my case. Well, it's the same for a woman. It's not the same for a woman. Whatever a woman's going through in 16 years, that's different. A man being with a woman for 16 fucking years and never stepped out, that's not even normal. Again, you're going to get offended with that. There's not a man in this world that's going to have a debate with me with that. That's why we could only open up with each other. We can't open up with you. And I would never, as much as I drag this shit on, I would tell him not to do that. Never. I know niggas right now. I know two niggas right now doing fucking, one's doing life and the other one doing 25 years because they open up to a woman. They open up. And when he fucked up, one of them had nothing to do with nothing. He cheated on her. She went out there and put up a fucking charge that he did. Because he opened up to her. If a person gonna open up to anybody, you take your risk with a man. Because Leaf is, he opens his mouth, he's a rat. But a woman's gonna do that because her emotion's gonna, her emotion is going to allow her to do that. And it's not even a bad thing. That's just in her nature. You ever see a woman get cut from a job and get fired? She's going in on everybody. Because when her emotions run deep, so she's going to, if she gets triggered to do anything, she's going to react. We're violent. A man's shit is more physical. Y'all shit is more mouth. Look at Love and Hip Hop. Look at all them reality shows. The minute they go into it, yeah, you fucking bitch. That's why your mother is. That's just what a woman do. And a lot of times they be arguing over niggas. You open up to a man, woman, ladies, you got a better chance than him opening up to you. Because he knows as a man, it'd be a pussy thing to tell the whole world. When niggas be out here cheating, it don't be the man getting it fucked up opening his mouth. Because he got to move different. The woman talks. I'm not worried about me. You got a husband. I'm not worried about me. I don't want you opening your mouth telling your fucking girlfriend. You dig? So opening up, because we get vulnerable. You sitting in the bed, y'all chilling, you had a nice nut. You got this new side piece. You love being around her. Now you start talking about your wife. Can't do that. Never do that. Because once her feelings get involved, she gonna throw that shit up in your face. He wants you to go tell your fucking wife. And he's done with her. He'll never fuck with her ever again. If he's smart. And men, this is the thing about men. Men have a lot of emotions. If you tell me a man, oh yeah, he's works a lot because he's covering something up, he probably got a shitload of emotions. Niggas work because they be depressed. They can't tell you everything. He can't. He can't tell you the anatomy of a man that, he has a desire to fuck all these girls in a porno movie. He can't tell you that. I already know he watches porn. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, yes, the fuck he does. He watches it. If he married to you, he watches all that shit. I promise you he does. But again, you're going to fight me. Every single side. And I got a lot of female friends, but I lost a lot. Once my daughter came here, everybody, that's how God works, right? But every last one of them, telling you. And I don't even trip because I'm like, I shouldn't have told her that. I fucked up. That's why when niggas lie, because they say, well, shit, let me see if she throws it away. Now you threw the lie back on her. He like, oh, fuck that bitch. I done lied to her, and she threw all that shit back at me. Just imagine if I told her the fucking truth. Once a man feels he's opening up, I tell man, you should never go to a female therapist. Ever. Because she's a woman. Once he comes up in there in that therapy, session and he talks about something to do with a man because he's comfortable with her, forget it. She's gonna take that personal because she may have went through that and say, well, it's just wrong if you even look at, and then he's toast now. Because he opened up to a woman. She can't give him any direction on that. Especially with those male struggles. She can't do it. Only a man understands a man. There's nothing a woman can do about that. Not on this earth. Unless it's his mother. It's the only woman he could open it up to. Charlamagne in the Breakfast Club said, well, if it's his wife, it's like, it depends who your wife is. Oh, it depends what kind of wife you got. If you married to a lady, then I'll take that risk. But now that you married to a woman, I wouldn't take that risk. Opening up. You could do everything but that. Opening up means sharing things that you could share with a man. For example, let's just say this man is having sexual issues. Let's just say he's dealing with personal shit. He can't tell you that. He could only talk to a man about that. He could barely go to a female doctor. He can't tell that. I remember one time my doctor, he came in the room with this fine fucking nurse. I don't even want to go to the nigga anymore because every time he comes into every time we do my physical, he brings a new nurse or a doctor that's in training in there, and it's a woman. And he be asking me these personal questions. I'm like, yo, bro, like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rika. You gotta, you know, like, there's certain shit a nigga just can't talk about. And one day he asked me, have you cheated? And I looked at this nigga like, well, obviously I'm gonna say, not to say it is what it is, but what if I really was doing some bullshit and I told him that in front of the woman? Now he making me look stupid because he gonna show up for, he not even supposed to be asking me that question with her. Because it's supposed to be man to man. Man to man, this is something that we're the leaders. And in order for us to be the leaders, we have to lead and know. Now you can share things with your lady. You can share the deepest things. You can share love. You can share things that you're not going to do with him, right? There's going to be shit you're going to do with your man that you ain't going to do with no niggas, unless he gay. But to open up, that is very, very risky. I wouldn't tell a nigga to open up to his sister, to his sibling. You could destroy a relationship like that. Our version of opening up is extreme. Open up is something that I would never share. I would take this to my grave. I don't want to be judged. And he'll risk that with a man before a woman. You know, what if he's just going through a change where he don't want to be with you for whatever reason? And you're like, be honest with me. If he speaks to a man like myself, I'm going to tell him what and what not to say. Because number one, there's not that much honesty in the world. You should never just boldly tell a person, I don't love you no more. I don't want to be with you. You don't do that. I had a girl that told me one time, and she ain't never been right. I never forgot it too. Never threw it in her face. But I remember her telling me she was with this dude and she moved to North Carolina. She's in the car with the nigga in the passenger seat. The nigga said, on the way down to North Carolina, he moved her from New York like, all right, fuck it. You know, we moving out here with my family. And he said, I just want to tell you, I don't love you no more. She said she almost tried to jump out the fucking car and kill herself. You can't just break news to people like that. First and foremost, how do you just be driving and look at a girl in the face and tell her you don't love her no more? There's gonna be repercussions. You can't do that. Even for a man, if that's delivered to him, it's a little different. You can't just tell a woman like that. So never tell a woman anything personal, include your mother. No. To never tell a woman anything personal includes, no, I did. No, that's not true. I open up with my mother. That ain't true. If you don't have a good relationship with your mother, you probably don't have a good relationship with your mother. I'm not telling a woman to open up. See, that's what I'm talking about. See what I mean? She's doing it right now. She's saying never tell a woman anything personal. That includes you. See, you're speaking from a woman perspective. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's in your nature. And that's why men, I don't care how many men give you relationship advice it's never, you gotta, listen, you want it raw, you gotta hear from a man. You want it sweet, you gotta hear from a woman. See, she just admitted, I respect that. She says I told you, she's speaking from her own perspective. I read that. Listen, I knew she meant when she said that, because this is how it is with a woman. If a man gets cheated on from a woman, we're gonna be like, damn, she probably don't love me no more, because we know how you guys are. But when a man cheats on you, you take it as if the same way. And like I said earlier, it has nothing to do with that, right? But you're going to internalize it that way because you couldn't fathom to sleep with another man and be with somebody. There was this woman I met in Jersey City recently, and she said she thinks like a man. I said, daughter, let me explain something to you. You have a boyfriend? Yeah. I said, could you go suck another man's dick and kiss your boyfriend in the mouth and come home? No, I couldn't do that. I said, well, you can't think like a man then. Because a man got no problem doing. A man could go fuck a woman and 69 her and go right home to his wife and still love his wife and kids. It's not for you to understand. That's just our nature. And we understand each other. A woman, a total stranger could tell me her man cheated. I'm like, which way he cheated? Well, he left me for this other girl. The girl was telling me he told him this. And then I'm like, okay, maybe he's a piece of shit on that level. But if that nigga stepped out and got some pussy, I'm gonna be like, yo, don't let a woman break up your family. See the difference? I don't know her husband, but I could speak for him. But if a man, you can't speak, a man's gonna always say, I can't speak for all men when he's in a position of just being a troll. You know, the one argument I had forever, I said all men cheat. Women are the only ones that go against me with that. A man has never, ever, ever denied that with me, ever in my life. Because he already knows we understand each other. It's nothing personal. That's just who we are. It's our anatomy. I'm not saying you can't be with a man for 18 years and not want to go creep with another nigga too, but your nature is more controlled. Ours is a lot more not. There's just certain things you can do that we just can't do. And look how Super just admitted it. She said, sorry, she's speaking from her own perspective. So my mom, a mother, this is why I told you what I'm with a mother. A mother just ain't gonna give her son up the same way a woman would. You understand? You see it all the time when kids are getting arrested for murders. You see mothers that are there for their sons, and these niggas are fucking serial killers. You see the guy's gay, marrying a man, that mother is gonna always be there. A mother will be there for the son before the daughter. That's just how it is. So he can open up to the mama. I can open up to my mother, but I can't open up to my sisters. I got 3 of them. I can't open up to none of my sisters because they're going to throw it in my face. I know that for a fact. I love them. Now we share everything else. We share the same parents. We share love. We listen, we had an amazing mode of growing up, but I don't open up with them. No way. I would never do that. I got a half brother. I probably open up with him before this, just because he's a male. He's going to get it. A man understands a man. We know that deal. So that's why I was talking about that shithole yesterday, that emasculated bastard. He can't say nothing. There's nothing I spoke in it that was a lie. He knows it because I know him and you don't. See, when the emasculated male comes and tells you all this bullshit about him and he doing this and that and that, yeah. Washed up. Y'all didn't even know washed up is a male, not a woman. He turned that shit on y'all in YouTube world. Washed up ain't got shit to do with a fucking woman. That washed up man tells you that. He's washed up. When a nigga starts having all the motherfucking medical problems and all that shit, he still call a woman washed up. Because he believed, some of these niggas believed, man, I'm going to marry what I want. He can't marry what he wants. You got a better chance of doing that than him. He's a man. He can't get what he want just because of his looks. Most of them look like fucking damn spoiled grapes. So he can't get what he wants. He has to get what he can. That's just real. You know, he's not a woman. A woman got a pussy. It's a whole different level. I learned this from watching all them damn drug users in Skid Row. No teeth. Pretty women that fuck their whole lives are crackheads, dope fiends. And how they getting all that dick every day? Niggas are paying to fuck them. Think about that. Even with these women carrying AIDS and all type, niggas are still paying for pussy. Pussy is the biggest demand on the earth. So I say all this to say that it's not a bad thing. It's more of a thing where your guard is going to be, I got to get to know the man. His guard's going to be, never open up to you. Never. Now, if he marries you and you're lady status and he takes that chance, well, at least you're his wife and you're a lady. And he could trust you with your life because you're his best friend. And that has been proven throughout the years. And you've been with her long enough to know that this is not no ordinary woman. Then she could get the mama pass. That's it. And that takes years to be with her. But you can't just open up to your wife because she's your wife. A lot of niggas out here got wives that ain't worth shit. Listen, especially a simpy guy, he ain't gonna marry no lady. Real niggas only marry ladies. So now if a real man got a motherfucking wife, he could open up to her. But if he's simpy, she gonna tell. Listen, I've had neighbors where they husbands, I got a neighbor now where a wife be telling me, these motherfuckers been together for nearly 50 years. They're a young looking couple, even though they've been together this long. And she still be telling me how this nigga be jealous. And she be telling me shit where I'm like, see, she'll be telling me that. You shouldn't be having this conversation with me. See what I'm saying? But I know that he's going to do what he do because that's his wife. You understand? See, I opened up to my brother before, a man or sisters. A sister opening up to her brother and y'all close, it's a lot different than him opening up to you. You could tell your brother that you've been a slut and you fucked 3 niggas. He gonna be like, sis, you know you ain't really gotta move like that. You know what I mean? If you tell your sister you got 3 girls on the side of your wife, she's gonna take that personal. And God forbid you and her go left and money's old and somebody passes away, she gonna throw all that shit and tell the wife. Tell you. I got one sister I was close to, still close, but it took me to tell her, I got to remember you're not my brother. I had to tell her that. You're not my brother. Because I was opening up and I was almost, you know what I mean? I lost it for a minute. Like, oh shit, like she's not my brother. I told her that. I swear to goodness I told her that. And I said, I'll never do that again. Yep. Because once she gets pissed off, it went there. But again, that's not her fault. That's my fault. Because I thought I'm sometimes we get comfortable and like, wow, you know, love talking. No, can't do that. A lot of times when brothers be close to women, like, yo, my homegirl, I be telling her I be fucking mad chicks. Yo, that's not even good for her to see. A homegirl should see when you get a certain age, a homegirl needs to see you with your wife. And at that point, what's the point of her even being around? Because even if you cheat on your wife, she's going to take that personal. I'm telling you. I told one of my homegirls before we stopped speaking, let me tell you how deep it is. Let me give you a good one. I remember there was this girl. Let's just say her name is Mary. I don't know. Just going to make up something. So, because I ain't going to put her out there. But I'm going to put the story, it's a fiction story, just to say the least, right? So she was married. She was with this dude for 15 years. She was cheating on this motherfucker so bad, to the point where she's so close to me, she was sharing all this information, sharing pictures, butt plugs, all types of wild shit. On a trip with this one, she was out of control. I got one woman. I remember one time I said to her, I asked about, she took me a picture of her homegirl. I was like, who's that? She's like, oh, you're married. You can't look at her. And then she even went further and said, yeah, you cheating on your wife is like cheating on your daughter. The friendship was done. I even told her, I said, not from that, but I told her, I said, you can share anything with me and I would never judge you. But if I shared it with you, you judge me. She said, no, you could tell me anything. I said, no, I can't. This is recent. So I played a little trick on her because she was seeing this married nigga, right? She was seeing this married guy. And I didn't like the guy. One day she called me FaceTime. I said, yo, how you calling me? You got this nigga FaceTime. Like, don't be calling me with no nigga. We don't do that. So when the guy see me, he looked at me the same way like, whoa, bro, you shouldn't even be having her FaceTiming nobody. I don't know the nigga from a kid. And I don't know, but so she's like, yeah, I told me you're like my brother. And I'm like, okay. As soon as we got off the phone, I was like, yo, don't hit me on FaceTime with that nigga. She's like, no, he's not like that. I said, they all like that. She fucking wanted to battle me. I said, they all like that. He gonna think me and you is fucking now. He seen what I look like. I'm looking at you. Why you calling this nigga? This nigga's married. You shouldn't be showing me his face on live shit like that. So one day I played a joke on her. April Fool's joke, no bullshit. And I called her from a different number. I texted as if I was the wife. I was fucking around with her. Like, yeah, give me my man. And long story short, she responded like a dope. She shouldn't have responded. Later on, whatever, I fucked with her. I told her that was me. And then she was like, oh, wow, she's real mad at me for me to put her business out there. I'm like, how the fuck did I put your business out there when it was me and you? It's nobody else. It was me. I'm telling you, that was me. So anyway, she was mad for a little minute. And then she did this one thing where she told me, well, we're cool, but I'm just still thinking about that because the reason why I know you did that because me and you both played a joke on somebody else. I said, yep, see. What killed to the most was me and her, this is my road dog at one time. Me and her played a joke on somebody. That's how we used to get down. Like, I knew this motherfucker since the 90s, like 94. And what's so crazy was she went up there and put this shit up. I said, what's so funny, man? All the fucking years you've been cheating on your first husband, second husband, right? Now that we went there, I had to go there. I said, I never judged you. Matter of fact, our friendship is kind of based on lies because it seems like I was your go-to person, you know what I mean? So that shit really hurt me because I'm like, yo, how fucking dare you? Why you bringing this shit up that we did with so-and-so? Like, and all she did was bring shit up. I said, now that's dangerous because now y'all ain't speaking. Now she know all your fucking information. Can't do that. So what I've learned is, man, we get comfortable. Sometimes we get comfortable like, yo, this is my people, this is my dog. We go way back. No, can't do that. It's a whole different level of nature. A woman's nature has to be guarded, and it's a man's responsibility to get his education from all the billions of men in the world. If he has to open up to anybody, he has to open up to another man. It's like some men out here don't have daddy figures. You can't go to your fucking wife about daddy figures when you need to talk to an OG. Pick one, choose one. You'll see. It's a whole different level. I've had men, like I told you, went to their wives and poured the beans and shit. You know, there's certain things that men deal with that a lot of men and women don't know. Niggas be losing certain family members and act like that shit don't bother them. It does. He's just not ever going to tell you that. It bothers all of them. Men cannot handle death. Every single man on this world. Women handle death better than men. I don't give a fuck how much he acts like shit don't bother him. It does. He just know he can't open up to you because he can't afford you throwing it in his face. Why you think you see so many men on YouTube mad at women? Because they trusted women, and then they trusted women with something they're supposed to tell a man. You're different. You're a woman. You can share things with us. Because we ain't going to share it with another nigga. Unless we on some pushy shit. So a lot of times when you see a man that's going through his ups and downs, he's going through a midlife crisis. Some midlife crisis start at 30. People think midlife crisis is a terminology. It's 2024. Midlife crisis start at 30. Officially. So if a nigga's 27 years old, already ready to blow his brains out, because he about to reach that 30. A crisis of midlife is when he's missed being young. And he tries to relive his youth. He can't tell you that. He could tell me. Even if he don't tell me, I know. I'm a man. You could tell me about your 10 brothers. I never met them. I could tell you exactly what they're like. Because I'm a man. People want, Rika says, people who get what they want are complaining about people who get what they want aren't complaining about their options. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas that get what they want, that's not their conversation. It may be a whole bunch of other shit, but it ain't. Remember when Jay-Z said, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one? And clearly that's not the problem. It'll be that one thing that's not an issue. So it's the same thing with men. Like, women try to figure out, man, don't try to figure out. If a nigga's hostile, trust me when I tell you, that got a lot to do with his sexual life. Most of these old niggas ain't getting no pussy. And they masturbating to porn. And porn makes your vibration low. Makes you very depressed. You go to bed, you use how do you ladies feel when you vibrate or you play with yourself to sleep? A lot of y'all say y'all can satisfy yourself. You'll never hear a man say he satisfies himself for masturbation. Because it's dreadful. When a nigga can't jerk himself off to sleep, you can do that. A man can't do that. He'll be up all fucking night. Because a dick knows there was no pussy involved. Now, if he bust a nut inside of a woman or he, had sex, then he can sleep good. You can't fool the dick. You can fool the pussy. You got toys, vibrators, dildos. We don't have that ability in the straight community. We don't have that. It's completely different. You can't identify with two different anatomies. There's just nothing. I don't care what you try to do. It's biologically impossible to figure us out. We learn what you tell us. It is what it is. Women are always trying to wonder how a man thinks. And then when he tells you how you think, you're going to have a pushback with that. You can't do that. That's why he ain't going to tell you. He's never going to open up to you. Once he opens up, he sets himself up for disaster. He may open up to his mother. You may not like the fact that he's close to his mother. And now you fucked up. Now you killed it. Once you pull a nigga away from his mother, you can only pull a weak man away from his mother. You can't pull a strong man. So anytime you was able to go into a parent's house or his own mother's house or father, wherever you live, you was able to pull that close relationship away, yeah, he's weak. Because a real nigga gonna be like, it's all or nothing. There's some woman out here that, listen, I met this Puerto Rican lady tonight, right? I'm at the supermarket. I took back this cereal. She's like, hey, sweetheart, she works in in the service sector. So I'm like, yo, I got this cereal and shit. It was like some wheat and barley shit. I grabbed the wrong one. She's like, yo, I got this, this new manager here. And he's like a real asshole. I'm like, let me see him. And then I seen the nigga. I'm like, yeah, you still work here, right? He's like, yeah, 3 years ago. So you know me. I'm like, listen, I bought this thing. It's $9 for the cereal, but shit's fucking $9 for this little box. And I wanted to get, it's a granola cereal, but it was just the wrong one I grabbed. He was like, shit, get this, give him the store credit. He told the girl. So the girl was telling me, she works in it. Now she a big, heavy set woman, right? A big girl. Very nice though. She knows me. I don't, we don't know each other, but we know each other because she see me in the store all the time. And, she's telling me, yo, somehow she got into some conversation. And I always get that. People talking about their business and, she's telling me how she's got kids. And when I come home, I used to hang out a lot after work because I work for a law office, but now we're working from home. So I used to hang out a lot. And the reason why I work in the evening is because it kind of gives me something to do without me hanging out. Because, I live it there. And then I got my elderly mother. And then I got my husband. Everybody's up under one roof. Right? Everybody's up under one roof. Even as a man, I'm like, if I was on some bullshit, she ready to cheat because she don't got her out right now. Like home, she's got 28-year-old, but she said all her kids are doing good. They're not no bums. They got good jobs. But this one lives in the basement. Everybody, she says everybody contributes. Now, niggas don't do that shit. So you know how that goes. So she specified that. She said everybody contributes because I got a mortgage. But I said, you know what I love about y'all Latins, though? Y'all always have one family. Everybody live together. She said, yeah, because my youngest son is 24. His girl lives down. Yeah, she was breaking all this shit down just literally hours ago. And what was crazy was not even looking at her husband, but even as a man, I'm like, wow, she needs an out. She's had it up to here. She's come home. She actually loves to work in the evening because it gets her away from being old, but she's married and got all that going on. The reality is, I knew that had to be a real man for all them people to be living there. Like, you understand where I'm coming from? So a real man is going to be like, if you got a woman that's some career shit and she don't want to live nowhere near the mother, then that's cool. You know what I mean? That's fine. You know what I mean? But there's plenty of women that will. There's plenty of women that look at that situation as fuck it, man. Like, I didn't have shit with my mother. I'll come in there and be the damn wife, daughter-in-law, everything. So different strokes, different folks. And that's fine. I think people need to be, men especially, and I'm telling you, men, just like I'm telling you, women, stop looking for a woman that, for society purposes, look for somebody that's for you. I mean, that basically means this is what it is. You need somebody that's going to come in and compensate and connect with that. That's the connection. I don't give a fuck if you live with your grandmother, mother, aunt. She moved right in perfect and she's riding with all that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be with somebody where you feel as if you got to change who you are, because then you're going to be a miserable bastard. And as a man, you're going to be self-destructive like a motherfucker because you did it for society reasons. Everything looks good on Instagram, but you're not even happy. Think about all them adults in that house. Some people couldn't do it. That's fine. Then maybe that person should move in your house. But then if that person is willing to leave their family, you got to think of it all. Like, it's really a dice roll. Everybody's mentality is, I'm going to get what I want if it takes that. That's not how life goes. It don't go like that. Got it all wrong. It just don't go like that. I had a customer today that we delivered a couch and, it couldn't fit. And then she wanted me to take it to somewhere else. And she's like, yeah, well, you did just take it out over there because being that you have to bring it in. I'm like, yo, it don't work like that. You gotta pay me for that. It doesn't go like that, right? And you know what? She had to respect my shit. She, you know what? And I know it worked because later on she gave me a nice review out there. She was like, I really appreciate you. You're great. I'm glad that you came. Because you got, it's up to you to always let a person know too. Like, listen, I get what that's what you into, but I'm letting you know this is what it is. And this is what it's gonna be. Now, if you have a problem with that, then cool. It is the door. And people respect that more. When women say they want truth, it's not called truth. That's called structure. You just want a man to be in charge. This is my family, this is my cousins, this is my uncle. He's sick. You know, this is who's here in this house. If you have a problem with that, let me know. And you know what? You got to be honest to yourself to be honest with him. Because there's somebody else that could be waiting to take that environment and say, shit, I would have jumped all over that. You probably wouldn't have, but somebody else would have. And that's fine. You know, as men don't get structured because women now have taken in what man has told them. So in other words, the man that is struggling, right? The emasculated man, he's struggling. And he knows life sucks. He knows that he just knows he's just not into himself in a million and one ways. He's going to turn that on to you because he can't open up to you. He can't really tell you to open up. He's going to have to go male with it. There's no way a man could open up to a woman without going male with it. You know what male means? That means he's going to have to show his manhood and show some sensitivity in there. He may have to cry. You probably didn't give a fuck about your mother. He lost his mother. He cares. And he lost her 10 years ago. And you're going to say, well, damn, get over it. It happened 10 years ago. He can't fuck with you. As a man, I would say you got to leave that alone. I would never deal with no garbage like that. I don't give a fuck. Grown, sewn, bone, it doesn't matter. You can't fuck with that. And he's going to beat himself in the head because he may say she's wrong. No, it's not that she's wrong, nigga. You wrong. That's just not for you. That's some shit you toss up, you hit, and you get the fuck out of the house. You don't stay the night, nothing. And that's fine. But you don't sit up there and open up to her because now she got a nice warm bed and she's sitting there saying, yeah, baby, you could tell me anything. She can't tell you everything. It's a thin line between love and hate. And a woman runs on emotion. A man's gas it's like some cars run through oil. I mean, some cars run through electric. Some cars run through gas. Some cars run through diesel. But gas and diesel is similar entities, but gas and electric is not. You just can't take an electric car and put gas in there. It's just virtually impossible. In order for it to run, you got to put electric in there. A woman doesn't run like that. A woman falls in love through her ears. A man falls in love through his eyes. You're never going to be able to understand that with a man, but I do, because I'm a man. And the biggest problem that men are having on YouTube, they kicking the wrong fucking shit. They ain't kicking the right thing. Niggas that talk game, niggas that got game on YouTube, don't have game. That's all bullshit. It's just talking. They just talk. Niggas are desperate because niggas are talking the right talk. But at the end of the day, these ain't real players because real players ain't on YouTube talking about how to get a woman. You'll never hear me do a video on how to meet a woman ever. Ever. Go figure. How to meet a woman. How to approach her. Are you kidding me? How could you tell the world how to approach a woman? That's something I can only do. I can't tell the world how to do that. That's an individual thing. You can't teach nobody that. That's in the DNA. My father taught it to me only because it was in my DNA. I try to teach that shit to a nigga that's 28 years old. He learned nothing. I was teaching him since 8 fucking years old. He learned not a goddamn thing because he's not my DNA. So I signed off on him. Respectfully. It was a lifelong experiment. And he didn't learn nothing. You see the difference? I'm my father's son. Now my daughter is my daughter. That don't mean she's going to be like me and my father because she's a woman. You dig? It's different. I'm raising a damn girl. I'm raising a black woman. I ain't just raising a baby because she's 3 years old. I'm raising a black woman in America. So I got to be raw with her. The way I don't entertain here, I teach. The way I teach women, there ain't no father in the world gonna talk to their woman the way I talk to y'all. None of them. I don't give a fuck. My father can't. No, he didn't. He did not. There's no way. He can't. It'd be called abuse. You look at Joe Jackson and Beyonce's father. At the end of the day, the daughter's got feelings. Dealing with a man is entirely different. It's easy to raise a boy for me. I ain't shit. That's easy. If he's my DNA. But a daughter, that's a whole different level. Because you got to teach her in a way that the son is going to be pleasurable. The daughter ain't going to be that pleasurable. I got to do this at 8, 9 years old. I'm not looking forward to that. That shit is 5 years. That's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? My father he'd have no problems raising me. He was raising the daughters. I seen him crack up raising daughters. As strong as he was, he cracked up. He couldn't do it. Because once that shithole get into their mind, it's over. Once they meet that man, everything goes downhill from there. It's over. Because a man knows a man. That's why fathers don't like to teach their daughters, because they know how to do. They know how they are. Y'all say it yourself. Women say a man knows because he knows how he is. That's sometimes when, a man, he's jealous. And when a man's overprotective and jealous because he's cheating. No, who told you that? That's bullshit. If a man is overprotective of you and jealous, it's because he probably ain't doing nothing. A nigga that's cheating don't give a fuck what you doing. He doesn't care. If he's doing him, he's not going to be jealous. He's only jealous when he's not doing him. Or, I love this one. Oh, he has to be cheating because he's not having sex with me. Again, if he's not having sex with you, it's probably because he's not having sex with nobody. That's why he's working so much. Trust and believe that. Would you think he's fucking somebody at the job every day? He ain't coming, you giving him. It don't go like that. That's how you think. A man is bred completely different. Don't even try to figure it out because you're not a man. It would have never. You could be here for 100 years. You'll never get it. You'll never get it. I don't know why En Vogue made that song. You're never gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Yeah, she probably talking about no pussy, but a woman will never understand a man. Only a man understands a man. It's just the raw truth. You can't debate it. You could call us wrong. You could say a man's misogynistic. He's insecure. Oh, he lives at home. He's a loser. You could say all those things, but only a man understands a man. Even some men are flex and try to put a man down because he been on his own since 17 because his mother and father did whatever they did and they was getting high and he's been running the household and he's been a man. And that's fine. That's about it. It doesn't make him a better man. He probably thinks because he got this and has that. I mean, materialistic shit is all cool. I mean, that shit don't mean nothing to me. I had it all my life. It don't make me a better man than you. I'm no better. I don't see how people trip. I'm in the moving business. Niggas trip over homeowners trip over their driveway more than anything. People are sick. People let material really, really, really rule their minds. And when you know the mind of a man, you know the mind of a homeowner. They think they own the fucking block. Don't park there. This is my side of the property. They look out the window. You could be dropping something off Amazon style for 2 minutes. Motherfuckers is already yelling out the window. Move out the driveway. These are people. This is the issue with this world where you make yourself more vulnerable and get distracted from the real issues. You do realize that you're not going to have that house forever. You're going to have to go on the ground. You can't take the house with you. Don't trip. Sit down and watch TV and mind your business. It's hard for a lot of people to fathom that because their mind is, I got a piece of the American pie. That's a lie. There's no such thing as an American pie. Survival is the American dream. Survival. That's all it is. Survival is the American dream. If you can survive, you're doing well. See, I'm different. When I see people late at night going into people, getting cans and hustling, I see it all night. I'm going to see it right now when I leave here. All night, they're out there with these shopping carts, husband and wife. I'm like, that's love right there. That's love. It's 2:00 in the goddamn morning, and they're out here with clear bags. Ain't no bums doing this shit. These are people. They got their shopping cart. They getting all their recyclables, and they going to cash them in. I look at that a lot different than the way you may look at it. They still got a roof over their head. That's just their hustle. They could be out there. They could be breaking into people's houses, breaking into niggas' cars. They picking up cans and bottles. I think that's beautiful. Some people look at that in a different way. You want a good man builds you. That's it. He doesn't open up to you. A good man, a real man adds on to you. There's only two types of men: a man that takes from you, a man that adds on to you. That's it. Don't look any deep. You see, you're paying attention to dumb shit. He opened up to me. He told me all these things. Oh my God. And he wants me to meet his parents. He never had nobody meet his mom. That's all game. I used to have girls meet my mother all the time, my parents, my mother and father. And that shit was all game. They used to suck that up. Don't let them smoke a L with my pops. Forget it. Oh God. Oh, his father loves me. I mean, I bring everybody around because I just had good people to bring around, so it's no big deal. All my life I was like that, but it didn't necessarily mean anything like that's going to be my future wife. You know what I mean? The woman I with now, my father knew. He said, yeah, this is the one. He knew it, and he was right. He knew that before my mother. See what I'm saying? So, men know men. Yeah, we hate each other. Yeah, we kill each other, but all the above, but we know each other. We know what we're capable of doing. We know that a man has a big reason to be on this world to impress you. Materialistic items, success. We see what goes on. We see what R. Kelly and Diddy was grooming the woman. We know, we get it. We know what that money does. We know what happens. We got homies locked up and why they did what they did. And then you look at their history and like, whoa, his father wasn't shit. And y'all may have heard something different. I'm like, nah, he lied to you. He told you his father was what? His father's dead. And on top of the fact his father was in his life. Did he tell you that? He didn't tell you that. See, he's not supposed to tell you that. That's why he's not supposed to open up to you. So all of a sudden you reading all this shit. Oh, he this. No, did he tell you that? Women are dedicated to a nigga. Well, he told me this and I don't believe you. You just hating. I said, yeah, okay. He didn't give you the script though. I had one of my sisters one time told me, her man told me, oh yeah, your brother gonna like me because I got this particular car. I said, you must told this nigga something wrong because I ain't tell him that. I'm gonna like him because he driving a certain car. What he driving? She didn't know nothing because she don't know cars. I'm like, it's hard to impress me. What are you driving? A 24 G class Mercedes? How long he had it? And what else he had in the pay? You understand what I'm saying? These days we living in a scamming world. That shit's played out. All that expensive shit is washed up now. Over. Because anybody can do that now. Niggas we living in a scam world right now. You can run a scam on Facebook, fucking Instagram. There's so many scams. Niggas are millionaires. There's so many millionaires out here running scams. That don't mean shit. But needless to say, I could tell a lot about a man from shaking his hand. You can't tell him. You ain't shaking on nigga's hand. I can tell a lot about a man from shaking his hand. We know, man. We know each other. And that real man, oh man, he's a rarity. I seen one of my neighbors today. His wife told me that he was in a hospital. He looked me in my face and told me I was in a hospital. His whole body language, he don't like to go to doctor. He was ashamed. His wife don't got to tell me shit. I'm like, that nigga's not trying to do none of that shit. That motherfucker's gonna be, he old school. That nigga ain't trying to fuck with no doctors. He hates doctors. When women say, how come black men are the way they are? I'm saying because y'all believe everything they tell you. That's why they're like that. You think they open up to you, and some of them do. And now you think you got their heart, you got something over them. You falling in love in the wrong lane. You supposed to be in this lane. You over there in the motherfucking, you up there in the dirt trail. You supposed to be on the express HOV lane. That's why your shit is bumpy. You got it all wrong, ladies. You want to get close to a man, just be his friend. That's it. Be his friend. Because then you could be his friend. You don't want him to open up to you the first fucking night. How is that friendly? He's just opening up. He got comfortable. Niggas get comfortable with prostitutes. Niggas get comfortable with side pieces. Then the side piece knocks on the fucking door when a nigga ain't calling 4 days. Because he opened up to her and told her everything about the wife. Don't fuck him. And then, you understand where I'm coming from? You want to be a friend. If you can't say that's my friend right there, then that's not your mate. He's everything else but that. You try too hard. You're looking that's why they tell you looking for love in all the wrong places. After 3 dinners, you gave him some poom poom. Come on, man. It don't go like that. A nigga will wait. Even if a nigga got a fuck side shit on the side, he'll wait. If you worth it, he'll wait. The longer he wait, the better it is. Because now he's in tune with you as a friend. Once you got a man's heart as a friend, it's over. That's it. You got him. It's your friend. You can trust him. He trusts you. Got nothing to do with opening up. Get that out your mind. Because if you riding strong with him and he opens up, you're going to drag the fuck out of him. You see it all in these celebrities all the goddamn time. What do? They drag that fucking ex-spouse. Supposed to. She's a woman. She gonna make a book, tell-all book, right? Make this song, get on an interview, talk to Sherry about her coming back in life and life after love and all that. They open right up. Because now, and other women around, they suck it all up. Wow, this is so wrong. I feel for her. He really hurt her. Right. That's because that's your nature. You're supposed to do that. Nothing wrong with that. It's just your nature. But a man can't open up to a woman. He has to open up to a man. Men have to talk on certain man things. He got struggles in life that's deep and it's something he want to share. He can't tell you. He's risking that. All because of your emotion may throw in his face. That's why we call a man, what do we call a man that's soft? Emotional. And men are becoming so emotional now because they're talking to women a lot. And they're getting hurt. You can't sell a nigga hurt. A nigga ain't going to get on the internet and ever tell you he hurt. I know he hurt. You don't know he's hurt because you're like, he doing him. He loving life. He's hurt. Plenty of niggas is hurt, especially the single ones. They're more hurt than anybody. Because they open up to a whole bunch of women that fucking threw it in their face. And it set them back. Whether it's that Latin prostitute or that Latin woman here. The Latin prostitute don't even want a black man in America. Imagine that. Imagine a man coming here and a Latin prostitute is like no black men. It's frustrating. He's going to resent his American woman. Do I know it better than you do? Because he may just tell you a woman don't appreciate a man in America. The woman he wants don't appreciate him. That's the problem. He keeps dating what he wants, not what he needs. So become a friend. Yo, let's go. You know, friends just don't have to say much to each other. You know what a friend is? A friend is down for each other, do things together, have sense of humor. They don't debate about stupid shit and the celebrity shit and shit that's gonna hurt your feelings or hurt his feelings because he's a man. Yeah, that's not what friends do. That's what men and women do. Y'all wanna be friends. I'm telling you, that friendship, yes, I'm telling you, friends is not male friends. Don't fuck with him. That's played out. Stay away from male friends because you're a woman. When you're in a male friend zone, you're not even thinking about him. Don't look at that man as a potential man. Don't do that. Just look at him as your friend. If he's in the friend zone, he's in the friend zone. Now, if he's in the friend zone and he treats you fucking amazing, you may have to consider that being your man. Because now he's a potential because he's a good man, a real man. You understand? But if he's in a friend zone and this motherfucker's official, he don't need to be in a friend zone. That's stupid. He should be in a friend zone because you're not attracted to him. He should be in a friend zone because you don't have no attraction to him whatsoever. You guys just go to the ball game together, and that's it. And that's fine. But you don't have a friend zone because this nigga, y'all look good together, y'all get along, everybody loves y'all together, but you ain't trying to fuck with him. Because you've been through shit in the past. Nah. He needs to be with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. The male friend things are like the man waiting to get some pussy to wait for a vulnerable moment. COVID killed that. Them days are done. Those are done. If he's a friend, and you still got one of them homeboys, great. But if he's a friend and he's got a full package, what's the problem? You got everything. That's a full package. He's a friend. So, yeah, that's just what it is. That's the man you need to be with. Don't put a man on a friend zone because you feel that you're punishing him because I don't look at you like that. See, in most cases, you may be fucking up your whole future because probably that's what you need. You're not going to fuck with friends. Just don't fuck with friends if you feel that way. You know what I mean? But you don't fuck with friends that have a whole bunch of friends in line and these niggas is official niggas. You're never going to get a good man like that. Ever. Now, the good news is there's a lot of real motherfuckers out here. The bad part is it's just more shitholes. Because they're the ones that's going to approach you. They're the ones that's accessible. And he's all over the place. That's the only problem. And we talking about all races. There's motherfuckers out here that will really die for you. Loyal. I'm talking, forget the loyalty and not cheating. The nigga that will die for you, take a bullet for your ass. That's what you want. You don't want a motherfucker, well, he don't cheat, but nigga start shooting, he gonna use you as a human shield. You don't want that. You know, but you gotta crawl before you walk. You want to learn a man, the best way to learn a man is through a friend. That is the ultimate way. Just sit back and watch him. Let him be cool. You understand? But if he opens up to you, don't think that that's a gift either, because you could fuck his ass up. Opening up is not the key. That's just don't look at that as a flex. That he opened up to me and he shared these. That's, you know. Because if he do you dirty, you're gonna throw him under the fucking bridge, as you should. You will. The first reaction is gonna be that. You know what? The girl comes and tells you, yeah, he's pregnant, and you're like, this motherfucker was with me with all that shit. Goddamn, I'm gonna tell him where that coke is at. I'm telling you. You're gonna tell. This motherfucker had a baby on you. You're gonna, you know what I mean? So men don't ever do that. And I'm talking to the men and women. I'm talking to the men now. Ever, ever, ever do that. Your sister is your sister. She's not your brother. Okay? Unless you have unless you're blessed to still have your mother here or have your mother, then that's the one you open up to. Now, you and your mother got obviously a bad relationship, then that doesn't apply. But you and your mother's close, that's the woman you can only open up to. You can open up to a woman. Open up. It's a big, big phrase. That's someone was like, what does open up mean? Okay, if you really want to know, open up means he's sharing personal things with you that only a man could understand. Let me say that again. He's sharing personal things with you that only a man could understand. It's not for you. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's criminal. Only a man could. It's to open up is only for a man. Now, if you guys are close and y'all tell each other deep shit, yeah, that's great. You know, but there's certain shit he's not going to tell you if he could only share with a man. It's not for you. Can't. You want me to throw something in there for a quick example on a sex tip? He can't tell you that he can't tell you that he want to go get some new pussy on the side. Can't tell you that. That'll be the end of the marriage. But he could tell another man that. He could open up about it. He could actually tell the other man I had a man recently. Here's a good one. I had a man that opened up to me about real shit. He's married. He opened up to me about his marriage. Opened up to the point where he shared something where I'm like, wow. If I was a woman, he would have been fucked. You know, he shared stuff with me that as a man, I would never throw that nigga under the bus. Even if he did me dirty, I wouldn't do that. Because that would be a pussy of me. You understand? When he opened up with me, he could barely tell his wife that. He could tell her half of it because she don't touch him. When she's having sex, she's not into it. He could tell her that, but he can't tell her the shit we talked about. Because ain't a woman in this world that's going to say, well, damn, Nate, why'd you have that conversation with him? Because you're a woman. He opened up to me. And I told him exactly how you got to handle that. And that's why he's still with her. Don't waste your time talking to therapists. Don't waste your time talking to relationship experts, life coaches, dating coaches. All that shit is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Well, Nate, who do we open up to? You can open up to a man. I told you that. By all means. You can. Your emotion won't allow you not to. It's in your nature. To get to know a man is to open up to him. And that's fine. You're a woman. You could open up with us, but we got to open up with us too. Because we got to deal with you. Just because I open up with you, you open up with me, I can't open it. It just doesn't go like that. Your opening up is received. My opening up could be incriminating. It could destroy us. So I got to talk to a man. That's why a lot of men out here need their fathers in their life. A lot. They don't have their dads in their life, so they can't open up. I love you all, ladies and gentlemen. Now, once again, if you comment on this video because you see it later and you disagree, I'm not going to reply to you because I can't reply to you, not because I'm talking about it. I can't reply to you on something that's facts. Because you debating about it is proving that that's why we're not supposed to open up. We're not supposed to do that. You got a lot of guys out here to tell their wife shit where I'm like, you shouldn't have told her that. You told her too much. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You just can't do that. You could share secrets. You could do this. You could do secrets in reason. But the male anatomy is different than the female anatomy. Again, you fall in love through your ears. We fall in love through our eyes. That's like Beauty and the Beast. Two different worlds. And you want those girls to come together. You don't want them to collide. You guys are colliding the worlds too much. You know, so they're supposed to come together. And a man's supposed to learn from a man. That's why a man has a responsibility to teach another man. A father's supposed to teach his son to honor his woman, to add on to his woman, to protect his woman, all the above, not to open up. He got to open up to me in order for me to teach him that. As long as men are opening up with each other, the men will treat you better. That's why the men are all fucked up, because they're not opening up. Now, that's another problem too, because men are technically not opening up the proper way. Because there's a lot of shit we supposed to be talking about in a certain age group. We missing this. We keep talking about, you got niggas here middle age talking about game. These niggas ain't talking about no male health. What do you do when this is happening? What should we eat and drink? What should we not touch? We're not talking about none of that bullshit. Or none of that real shit. We're not talking about none of that. So even with us, we are supposed to open up with each other, and we still are not. But all the men that you see, the Manospheres and the MGTOWs and the Travelers, all of them, I know all of them. I already know the deal. Ain't nothing they can lie with me with. I know the deal. That's why they doing what they do. A lot of these niggas wasn't raised well. They just showed me a picture with Austin Holloman, whatever his name, and his mother popped up. The dude that was going to Brazil. I seen his mother. His mother's a hottie. I'm like, where's the father? Cause I want to know why he's so fucked up in the head. Well, mama's mama. You know what I'm saying? Mama gonna be loyal to her son even when he's a shithole. I want to see the father. Cause I want to know how this nigga got into this mess. I'll be honest, when I saw my dad cry, it changed the way I see him. I'm telling you. I see a man cry, I say, man, go ahead and cry. Supposed to. Niggas be like, fuck that. Ain't nothing, yo, niggas cry, ain't nothing make me cry. Don't listen to him. That's the one that cries the most. Don't listen to him. Don't listen. Men cry. These motherfuckers cry there. You got niggas out here be crying themselves asleep. They're not going to tell you that. Because look what you just said. I'll be honest, when I saw my dad, it changed the way I see him. Y'all look at a man as fearful. He not saying, well, shit. He's supposed to. He's a human being. If more men on YouTube cried together on these live streams, they'd be better. They'd be better people. They all fronting. But I know they all hurt. They all hurt. They all in pain. Because they open up to everybody, everything. They open up to sisters, female friends. They all fucked them up. They keep getting hurt. So now they become bitter. You ain't talking about it because you're supposed to talk about it. And you know what I'm saying? But again, listen, you could do what you do, but I'm just letting you know, man, don't ever open up to a woman unless it's your mother. If your mother's not here, speak to her in the sky. Get up there and pray to her and say, Mama, I did something awful last night. And you talk to her. You talk to her in the sky. You go to her grave. You open up and watch how good that cry feels. You talk to the Holy. That's why they call the Holy Spirit. You talk to the woman and you think you close because that's one of your homegirls, and she may say something to piss you off. She may judge you. That's equivalent to throwing something in your face. She may say something as simple as, but why did you tell me this? Why are you telling me this? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. She could be insensitive. But a man's gonna understand a man. Because now a man's like, as long as you talk to another man, he gonna be like, damn, he going through the same shit I'm going through. And you got him. You can only talk to another man. Now, woman, please don't feel that you're less of any woman. You could do a million and one things. That's just one thing you just can't do. No. I don't care how loyal you think a situation is. Only a man understands a man. You don't understand a man. You think you do, but you don't. You understand what it is to be a woman. And that's fine. But a man knows a man. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Before I go, is there any questions? Anybody have any questions? Any questions? Again, I know the arguers like to come up there. Well, I disagree because they're going to take it personal. There's going to be a woman that's take this title personal. Just read the comments tomorrow. They're going to be like, well, I disagree. The man ain't going to disagree. He's not. Unless it was the guy that says, well, you know, I open up to so-and-so, and I open up to my wife, and we were like best friends. I said, why'd you open up to your damn wife, nigga? Did you tell your wife that you have a different desire? Every now and then you want to crawl into some pussy because all that porn you jerking off to? You told her that? Oh, no, I didn't tell. Yeah, of course. Why you didn't tell her that? I know you do it. You understand what I'm saying? It could be whatever. It could be male health. How in the fuck you gonna open up to a woman about male health? She gonna say, well, nigga, you gotta go to the doctor. I can't tell you shit. How do you get men to tell us things? You don't. You just become his friend. That's it. Look up the meaning of friend and become that. That's what you got to do. Look up the meaning of friend. Somebody just subscribe. I appreciate that. Look up the friend. Not the TV show. Look up the meaning of friend. And the definition is a person who one knows with whom has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. That's it. It don't say shit about opening up. Y'all want to know the wrong things. What is the full meaning of friend? A person who has a strong liking for and trust in another. That's it. That's why they tell you, what if a friend, if not true, if you have no trust? What if a friend, if not a favor? They ain't say shit about what if a friend, if you don't open up? Because opening up can be the luxury. It could be the little extra additive. It doesn't necessarily determine your friendship because it's not required. It's up to you. Enter at your own risk. I'm not going to tell you to stop, but you know what I mean? Are men who work a lot really emotionally unstable? Yes, because they're not being expressive. They work a lot because they're covering something else up. And that's not just men. A lot of women do that too. It's called a workaholic. Yeah. Gives them something to do. Once that mind stays stagnated, goddamn, all the shit kicks in. Oh, God, I'm depressed. You understand? So, yeah, it's serious out here. Just be his friend. And if you don't know how to do that, that's what you got to, we'll talk about that another day. Just that's all you got to do, just be his friend. Once a man's a friend, now his heart is in there because he's going to actually like you. There's substance there. There's something to grow, one to grow on. You have to have one thing to grow on to. You understand? So stop looking for him to share dirty secrets with you. Or he introduced you to his mother and you think that you in. Or he lives with his mother and he's less of a man. All that shit is irrelevant. You look at the wrong thing. That don't mean shit. It means nothing. Just become his friend. I don't give a fuck who is his family, who he got. It don't matter. It don't matter. You become his friend. That's it. That's the highest level of, you heard the meaning. It's the ultimate level of relationship. The highest level of a relationship, the highest level of a marriage, the highest level of relationship, brotherhood is a friend. It's eternal. You're very welcome. Y'all have a great night. All right. I appreciate y'all.